Chinan South City, Yin Clan residence. Swallow Clan ancestor said, "In all honesty, these are the most compatible people you have asked about that I have found during my 20 years in Chinan South City." Nishang asked, "Are there any famed ones in the list? If we are to consider fame, it should be Luoying." Indeed. Among the younger generation, this adopted daughter of the Luo family is truly outstanding. Ooh, ancestor. You, Bone Clan ancestor. Any clues about the remnants of that lineage from 20 years ago? Nishang, this is the young Master Chang of the Gu family. What? The one who broke into Sky Deer City. Is he the famous young master of the Gu family? Greetings, young Master Gu. So you are Nishang? Were you responsible for the annihilation of the family at that time as well? Not bad? Yes, though unfortunately, some managed to escape. If the annihilation back then wasn't flawed, how could my dear Leek, Xiaoyang have been born? You used their blood essence as a guide to find this place step by step, right? Good. If Nishang can gain his favor and stay by his side, then our Bone Clan? Although Nishang has a cold personality, she is still better than the stupid guy, right? Who is this Luo Ing you mentioned earlier? Reporting to young master. Luo Ing and I once attended the same academy, so I am aware of how powerful her talents are. What she displays in the public eye is merely the tip of an iceberg. 20 years ago, suffering a lone adoptive daughter, but if this Luo Ing is working alone, why was the ancestor of the Bone Clan inflicted with a backlash when he was trying to read the fate of the family? There must be more than this. The Luo clan has been hosting a marriage banquet these few days. Luo Foam, the idiotic young master of the Luo clan, is about to marry Luo Ing, the adoptive daughter. If I could ruin this marriage, he thought. Idiotic young master? Is the anomaly related to him? It seems a unique situation is happening to this idiotic young master of the Luo clan. Gu Changge asked, "What's your name?" He quickly responded, reporting to young master, "My name is Yin Ming." Gu Changge stepped forward, putting his hand on Yin Ming's shoulder. He said, "Little brother Yin Ming, do you want a wife?" Oh. Yin Ming was surprised by what he heard. Gu Changge then clarified, "Since Luo Ing and you were once junior and senior, do you have any other opinion about her, seeing that she's about to marry a fool?" Smiling knowingly, Gu Changge then assumed, rascals, idiots, and scums tend to be hiding some sort of mighty identity, and it would take a certain opportunity to trigger the awakening of such identities or memories. And the wedding may just be that very opportunity. Lowering his head, Yin Ming said, "In all honesty, when I heard that Junior Luo Ing was engaged to an idiot, I felt angry and unfair, envious and jealous. But she never given me a second glance." Gu Changge, hands on Yin Ming's shoulder, said, "Since you bear reluctance, I shall give you an opportunity. During the wedding tomorrow, why don't you take the bride away?" Yin Ming was skeptical. "Young master, this." Gu Changge reassured him, "Don't worry, I shall go with you. Your name shall not be marred." Yin Ming quickly thanked him. "Thank you for the opportunity, young master Jiu." The scene shifts to Forest Mountain, where monsters was about to devour someone. The girl in the back asked, "What kind of monsters are these? Is your supreme mountain elder really here?" Suddenly a hand from the side grabbed her. The monster was prepared to devour her. She screamed out loud, "Save me! Xiaoyang, save me!" Gu Wudi quickly reminded Xiaoyang, "Junior brother, don't be rash. Those are monsters at the supreme realm or above. We can't worry about them now." Xiaoyang gritted his teeth and said, "I know." The girl, face filled with horror, was devoured alive by the monster. Gu Wudi quickly called out, "Junior brother. Could he be?" Xiaoyang confirmed, "It can't be wrong." They both bow and said in unison, "Greetings, Supreme Mountain Elder." "Heh, it's a wonder you managed to find this place." Xiaoyang, head down, spoke up, "The upper realm invaded our land and destroyed 9 great mountains. The celestial seal of the 9 mountains is lost. We do not know whether my master, Second Mountain Elder, is still alive. Sky Deer City's defenses had been breached. 8 wastelands and 10 domains currently have no leader." Gu Wudi also added, "Supreme Mountain Elder, we are in critical need of your guidance." But the Mountain Elder was still in a trance. Seeing is believing, and what we see may not be true. But when can we ultimately reach there? Xiaoyang raised his head with a loud voice. He yelled, "Supreme Mountain Elder! The upper realm is now madly encroaching on the 8 wastelands and 10 domains. Please come out of the mountain and take charge of the situation." He then stood up and said, "Never mind." Turning to them, he said, "Perhaps it is time I meet with my old friends." Gu Wudi and Xiaoyang was stern. Waving his hand, he said, "Let go." Xiaoyang spoke up again, "Supreme Mountain Elder, where are we going?" The Mountain Elder, conjuring up a technique, calmly said, "Don't you want to know about the origin of your bloodline? I'll take you to find your clansmen. Change the world." Then a huge vortex started twisting the space around them. Gu Wudi and Xiaoyang were awestruck. They all were teleported to an unknown barring land. Gu Wudi, his head up, wondered, "Is this divine intervention?" Xiaoyang whispered to Gu Wudi, "If the Supreme Mountain Elder were to eliminate Gu Changge, wouldn't it be effortless?" Gu Wudi then looked straight at him. The scene shifts once more. We see some people yapping as the bride and groom enter the hall. Congratulations. Luo Feng is definitely fortunate to have Lady Luo Ying. Luo Ying isn't just powerful in terms of talents, but she is beautiful and smart as well. Her future is certainly endless. We see the head of the Luo family presiding over them ceremony as he spoke up. "Thank you for your attendance, dear guests. I would never have expected that so many of you would come to my son's banquet of eternal happiness." He then turned to Luo Yingji and said, "Though, Luo Yingji, I am truly sorry for you." She quickly responded, "Don't be sorry, uncle. You have raised me for over 20 years. I have watched Luo Feng grow up since he was only a boy, while Luo Feng was aloof. Hee. Mary. Holding his hand, she said, "How could I bear to see him suffer?" The head of the Luo family said with a sad expression, "If Luo Feng's sickness can ever be cured, nothing would please me more these past years. I've searched for divine doctors throughout the domains, but none could find even a hint of the cause." Luo Feng's eyes, which looked blank, suddenly regained its vigor as a bright golden light flashed in his eyes. "So Luo Feng is my name now. It seems my soul had shattered after the war back then. We still failed in the war at the end. I am the Wind Ancestor from the Immortal Palace, master of the 4 supreme principles: earth, water, fire, and wind. My cultivation at that time had already surpassed the ordinary immortal realm. But in that world-ending cataclysm, countless eons ago, I was no different from other immortal realm beings. Territories were disintegrated, crumbled into dust in the matter of a night. In other words, the calamity almost broke down the Tao as well as the world principles of everything. I was fortunate to escape with my life during the collapse of the Immortal Palace. Thousands of immortals were slaughtered. The power of those in the immortal realm became too powerful for the world to bear. Hence, countless immortals fled to the other universes they had built. Thanks to the opportunity, I stole the epic tree from the upper realm, which was almost destroyed amid the disasters. Later, I gathered the remnant immortals that fortunately survived and participated in the so-called Heavenly Tao Authority War in an attempt to seize control over the entire upper realm. Alas, our attempt failed and everyone was gravely injured, while I almost got myself killed. With a wisp of life, I escaped to the barren realm that was already separated from the upper realm and renamed it to 8 wastelands and 10 domains. However, although we lost the Heavenly Tao Authority War, we managed to recover a portion of the principles of the Heavenly Tao. Thereupon, we fused it with the Tree of Epic that was about to wither, in an attempt to cultivate 8 wastelands and 10 domains into another supreme world in the image of the upper realm. Therefore, it wouldn't be an overstatement to label me as the prime ancestor of the entire 8 wastelands and 10 domains. Fortunately, I left enough contingencies. Even after perishing, I could still reincarnate and return. Although my current strength is inadequate, give me time, and I can use the epic tree to break the shackles of this world's rules and reascend to the immortal throne. It won't be easy for the upper realm to find the epic tree. When that time comes, if the upper realm has no immortals, what do I have to fear? Luo Yingji then looked at Luo Feng and wondered, is it an illusion? While Luo Feng continued to act like a fool, while in his mind he wondered, so she is Ningner's descendant. Both of them really look alike. To think she is to become my wife in this life. Is that her way of compensating me? The city's young master, Yan Ming, has come to the banquet.